Hello, everybody. Welcome to the ProDealer Virtual Industry Summit Exhibitor Orientation. My name is Corey Sunder, and I will be walking you through how to update the virtual company listing, network with attendees, and navigate the virtual platform, which we call Pathable. All exhibitors should now have access to the virtual platform to begin updating their booths. If you did not receive this invitation, it likely means you are not yet registered for the conference. Registration is required to access the platform, so be sure to register now to get that access. If you have questions about your registration, please send us an email at registration@dealer.org. First, let's talk about how to set up your booth. There are two ways to find your booth when you first log into the platform. One is to hover over your name at the top and click Edit My Organization. Another option is to go directly to the Exhibitors tab at the top here. And you can search for your booth using the search bar in the top right corner. So I will type in the name of my booth, click Go, and click my company listing here. What you first see is the view that all attendees will see when they first visit your booth. To get to the back end where you're able to customize different features of your booth, you click the Manage button right here on the right-hand side. So if I click that, this will take me to the back end of my booth where I'm able to customize lots of information that the attendees will see. The first tab here is Basics. Here is where you'll be able to customize the main logo for your company, a header banner, a description, tags, and links. Links can be used in a number of different ways. One, you could just link to your company website, but you can also include social media links in here as well, whatever really customizes your needs. At the very top, you'll also see there's the option to manage your team. This is a great way to add any other team members that need to be added to your booth. The NLBMDA staff will be adding all booth staff to their booths, but if there's somehow somebody that we missed, you can go ahead and click New Member here and search for the individual to add to your booth. The next tab at the top is called Leads. This is where you'll see a listing of all attendees who have requested more information from your booth. They will all see a button on your booth that says Leave Your Card, and they will be instructed to click that button to leave their information and a note to your company if they're interested in learning more. There's a second tab next to it called Visits, and this is a list of all attendees who have visited your booth but may not have clicked the button to specifically request information. Both of these reports can be downloaded clicking the button on the right-hand side to export visits or export leads. The next button here is Analytics. So this is a more detailed overview to see how attendees have engaged with your booth throughout the conference. You'll see all kinds of different statistics here for not only booth visits, but also private messages, private meetings, and content consumption. So if I scroll further down, you'll be able to see how many people engaged with your videos and files, who downloaded them, who viewed them, and all of those specifics. This information can also all be downloaded by clicking the download buttons on the right-hand side. The next tab over is Polls. Polls are questions that you can have listed on your company page that attendees can answer. So if I click an Add New Poll button here, I can customize any question I'd like to gather some information from our attendees, maybe determine what services they're looking for, what information they find to be the most useful, and list all those different options and save that in my booth. The last tab here is Content Assets. This is where you'll be able to add videos and files to appear for your booth. First, we'll go over videos. To add a video, click the button on the right-hand side to add a new video. You'll see that there are two options to add a video. One is to upload a file saved locally to your computer, and another is an external link to perhaps a Vimeo or YouTube video that already exists. Just a note for the upload videos that we do have a file size limit of 10 gigabytes. Once you have your video selected, you can give it a name and determine if you would like attendees to be able to download it and then click Save. If you would like a video to appear embedded on the homepage of your booth, you can do so by clicking the star icon here. I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. Next, files are in a similar fashion. If you want to add a file, you click the button to add new file. Again, you can either upload a file saved locally or post an external link, give it a name, and click Save. In this example, we have 4 different files highlighted on this booth, but we only want to have one appearing on the home page that would be highlighted more specifically. So I gave that one a star right here. To show you what that looks like, I'm going to scroll back up and go back to the attendee-facing side of my booth. To do that, I click the Back to Organization Details link at the very top. And now I see what my booth looks like from the attendee-facing side. If I scroll down, you'll see there's my description, the video that I chose to embed on the page, and the one file that I wanted to highlight for all of the attendees to stand out from the rest. The remaining files are all visible under the Files tab right here. So if I click Files, this is where they'll see the remaining files that are available. Attendees can also click the Staff tab here to see all of the staff that are working for that particular company. Any polls you create would be here. And then, of course, there's a conversation chat here as well. Next, I'm going to talk about our networking opportunities that exist at the conference. So the main priority way to be able to connect one-on-one with our dealers is going to be to schedule a meeting. You can schedule a meeting in a few different ways. One is that if I scroll again to the bottom of the booth here, there will be a button in every booth to schedule a meeting now. Attendees can click this button while viewing your materials, or you can click it yourself if you would like to schedule a meeting. Another option is that under the Schedule tab at the top, under Agenda and My Agenda, you'll see the Schedule a Meeting option here. And the last way to find it is also in the People tab. So if I click the Attendees section here, I can search for any attendee based on their name, company, ribbon, or tags. So I'm going to search for Allison and click Go. Once I find the attendee I'd like to meet with, I will go ahead and click on her name. And you'll see that there's 2 options here at the top right. One is a button to schedule a meeting and the other is to send a message. For now, I'm going to click Schedule Meeting. And this is going to take me to the Schedule a Meeting tool, which you would also get to under the Schedule a Meeting, or using the button in your booth. You can choose to add more members to attend your private meeting. Up to 32 can be in one meeting at a time, or you can keep it one-on-one. I can search for a new member here and click and add them to my meeting. Then I will click the button to continue, and it'll compare all of our schedules to show when are the times that we are available to meet during the conference. So I can see when Allison and Jonathan are busy, and I can click an available time that works for all of us. I can change the length of time for our meeting, give it a subject, a description, and send the invitation. Once the meeting is scheduled and the invitation is sent, it will appear under your personal agenda under My Agenda. These are all the specific meetings and sessions that are saved to your personal agenda that can be exported using the Export button at the top to export to your local computer. Now, when we were looking at the individual's profile, there was also a button there to send message. Rather than scheduling one-on-one meetings with individuals, you're also able to send them all private messages as well to get the conversation started. You can track these conversations in the top right corner on our navigation in your inbox. If I click the button there, you'll see I currently do not have any private messages, but once I do, I'll see threads for all of those individuals here that I can monitor throughout the conference. I can also begin a new conversation by clicking the button right here. Lastly, if I go back to my booth, if I click on my name at the top and click Edit My Organization, I'll go back to my organization details, and I can network with attendees right here on the front page of my booth by starting a conversation. So I have a test one started here, but attendees are also able to start a conversation with you or reply to a thread that you have started. So if you want to start by asking a simple question, such as, where is everybody joining us from today? You can post that on the homepage of your booth, and attendees who come here will see that and be able to click reply or like your message and engage with folks in a front-facing way right here in your booth. Now, lastly, I'll give a general overview of our platform just so that you're familiar with the rest of the tabs at the top here. But I also encourage you to watch our attendee training webinar that will be released shortly before the conference once all of the attendees have access to the platform after May 10th. First, I'll start by updating my profile. So the first thing you'll probably want to do when you log in is to update your personal profile. So if I hover over my name in the top right corner, right above Edit My Organization is an option to edit my profile. If I click on that, it takes me to my personal profile where I'm able to add a profile photo, change my email, my name, and any other contact information, and give myself a description or bio if that is of interest to you. And this is going to be how people will see you in the people listing section here under attendees. So this is important to do the first time you log in, just to make your profile look a little more personalized. If I click home, this is where we started the training. This is the home page of our platform. So you'll see if I scroll down, we have a scrolling banner to thank all of our sponsors for supporting the conference, information on our silent auction, and some keynote speakers. The next tab at the top here is agenda or schedule. So under schedule, if I click agenda, you'll see the full conference agenda for the 3 days. If I scroll down here, you can change the dates at the top to navigate between Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. To save a session to your agenda, you click the plus sign button here, and then it will appear under your My Agenda. If I click that option here, this is what a session will look like. It looks similar to your booth, where you'll see that there's a chat box option here where you can type a message to start the conversation or ask questions throughout the presentation. The countdown clock at the top here will hit 0 at the session start time, and then will turn into a button that says Join Meeting. You will click that button that says Join Meeting to actually join the session, and then you'll see the embedded video appear right here, or it will pop out into a Zoom meeting for you to join. Some speakers may choose to add polls, again, similar to how your booth will be set up, add files to their session, and then the People tab will show everybody who is registered for that session to attend. You can also take notes in your session by clicking the Notes button at the top. We've already gone over the People tab where you can see all of our attendees and speakers, and Exhibitors where you can see a full list of all of the exhibitors participating in the conference. So the next tab here is the ProDealer Playoff. This is our gamification throughout the conference to encourage our attendees to engage with our exhibiting partners and rack up some points to win a complimentary registration to next year's conference. You'll see a list of activities on the left here with the highest point values assigned to engaging with our exhibitors. But we do want to note that unfortunately, exhibitors are exempt from winning the game. This is meant to target dealers specifically. The next tab here will be our silent auction. So feel free to go ahead and engage with some of the options that we'll have available to auction off during the conference. And then we already addressed our inbox here for private messages. And then the help tab. Help tab is going to be your greatest resource where we have our exhibit staff FAQ in case you have any questions about how to set up your booth and how to network with attendees. If you experience any technical difficulties during the conference, you can always, under the Help tab, click our Tech Support option with a pop-up that will appear here where you can submit a question or support ticket to the Pathable team. Under your name in the top right corner, you can also click the System Check option here and click the button to run checks. This will do a quick check of your computer to make sure that you're set up for success and won't have any issues accessing any of these sessions, exhibitors, or any other content throughout the conference. Please be sure to reference these FAQs under the Help tab throughout the conference or reach out to us at member support at dealer.org, and we'll be happy to assist you. Thank you so much for your support of the ProDealer Industry Summit, and we hope you have a wonderful day.